This video is going to talk you through how you can use selection to conditionally aggregate your data. So in this specific instance, when I make a selection, it's broken it out and then also recomputed the other category, while deselecting aggregates across the entire data source. So let's go and rebuild this from scratch in a new workbook. So first we're going to start out by looking at the average normalized price split by district. And I'm going to just restrict this to cases where the number of properties sold is over 1,000, just to make sure we have a big enough sample size for our districts. Okay, so now this is the sheet that we want to use to drive selection. So the idea is to be able to capture a selection, such as these three values, and then use that selection to conditionally return the district if it's selected and other if it's unselected. So we'll use a set as a way to capture that selection. So let's go ahead and just call this the district set. And then we can set up a worksheet action to associate this sheet and that set. So this is going to now drive values into that particular set. Okay, so now you'll notice if we pick these four values here and then go look at that set, while it was empty when we created it, it now has those four values in the set. So now we can use the set in a calculation to conditionally return the district if it's in the set. So if it's in the set, then return the district label, and otherwise aggregate this up into this category called other. So let's call this district selection. And so now if we go and add that into our view here, you'll see that that's exactly what it's doing. It's returning the district and other. So let's go ahead and drop that on color here, and then we can set it up so that other is always going to be blue. Okay, so great. Now we can go and create our other worksheet. So looking at the normalized price by month, and let's add a 12-month moving average to that. So this is going to default to 2 months. We'll just go and make that 12 months to sort of smooth it out over the prior period. Great, so now rather than putting the district on color and displaying absolutely everything, which is just messy and pretty ugly, we can instead color this by our conditional district selection, which is going to give you that nice aggregated average across all of the other values, and then just display the details for those that are selected. So now we can go and bring this together into a dashboard. Just go and remove that. And what's nice about this is you don't need to set up your interactivity at the dashboard level. It's already been set for you directly here in at the sheet level. So as we go and make some selections, those are being added. Now, one thing to notice, if I make enough selections here, it will, there we go. We've just run into this situation here. Now the way that the colors were assigned is sort of based on the alphabetical ordering of the districts. So, and then it just cycles through a specific palette. So you'll notice here that you can end up with repeating colors. So Waltham Forest and Haringey. It's not a problem if you're just making generally if you're making a small number of selections, but once you get to a certain critical mass, you can end up with repeating colors. So the next video is going to talk you through some pretty Jedi tricks on how to avoid that and use a full color palette for your selection before recycling through it. So that will be up in the next video.